One of them to chase down. Remember the one dude tried to do it in Texas? Yeah, dude chased down and shot his ass. But that still don't mean you gotta have no high power weapon to do it. Cause see, the problem is this. The problem ain't the people that's doing what they're supposed to do. It's the problem that people using it to do really, because that's what they're designed to do. They're designed to kill a lot of people really fast. They're not designed to shoot one person. You see what I'm saying? It's designed to murder a lot of people, even for the military. You got to call it what it is. When the military going out there, they defending the country, but they killing some shit, like shit out of some people. It's designed to kill a whole lot of people in a room really fast. Look, it's just like DMX said in that movie. When everybody got to die in 30 seconds or less, this is the gun to have. Shit, that's the only reasoning for that type of gun. It's not to defend, it's not to hunt. It's for killing a bunch of people in a small area really fucking fast. That's the only reason you should have a gun like that. Period. There is no other reason to have a gun like that. You're not gonna all the stuff saying people say is fine and dandy, but let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. In America's complete and total history, there's been one invasion. That was in Pearl Harbor, and they did that with planes. The technology you got now is gonna be almost impossible. If we down to the point that the damn citizens got to defend the country, we dead any fucking way. It ain't gonna make no difference. That's if they make it past the military to the point the civilians got to defend, they done already won whatever fight that fucking is anyway. So it's over with anyway. They're gonna blow your ass up. And then nowadays, you will never in life see hand-to-hand fighting again, except for when you going to like third world countries, because they got to go in there and try to find them. When you find a person, and those kind of countries don't have the money to invade a country. If somebody going to invade America, it's going to be somebody like Russia, China, some shit like that. And they not going to come over here and land no ship nowhere and fight you hand to hand. They just going to send some missiles to blow some shit up. So your AR-15 still ain't going to do a goddamn thing. Or they going to send some drones or some bullshit like that. So that old adage of saying you need that gun to do this, like we Civil War and all that shit, that's old. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. If it ain't happened in the last 5 generations, it damn sure ain't going to happen now. It's not going to happen. There's just something that people tell themselves because they just want to have that gun. And I understand it because I'm a gun enthusiast. You just want to have it to say you have it. Every now and again go test fire it. But sometimes you have to bite the bullets, using that paraphrase, for the greater good. Sometimes you just have to. It's just, you know it don't happen all the time, but sometimes you have to go ahead and just say, I really don't want to get this shit up. You feel me? But if it helps something at least slow it down, let's just like, all right, I give you something. Just like what just happened. The only reason he killed so many people, he made it to 2 mosques because you can shoot off a complete clip of a gun like that in under a minute. It's going to take at least 6 minutes for anybody to respond to do anything. You see what I'm saying? That means I can reload that clip 5 times. So if I had a 150 round goddamn clip or a 100 round clip, I could have been shot 500 fucking rounds to kill that many people that's defenseless in that room. That's unnecessary. It's unnecessary for an average citizen to buy something like that. So imagine, let's reverse it. He got a handgun. The average handgun don't shoot but 9 to 12 times. Some of them 16 if you get like a little extra clip, or maybe 17 if you get the extra long clip. But that's it. And it's not going to shoot as fast, and you're going to have to constantly reload clips out of that. He might would have got to the second clip before somebody reacted or something happened, or while he was trying to reload and do something or pull out another gun or whatever. It wouldn't have been 50 people dead. And I can't remember how many injured with a handgun if he couldn't get access to a gun like that. One of the problems is, and the reasons that I said it escalated like that you keep having these, and the reason we didn't have them that much back in the day, because one time Bill Clinton did ban them. Remember? When he was president, that he banned them. You didn't have like a bunch of massacres and shit going on like that. The difference is now, because they made them more accessible. They made it where they stop it and go. They stop it and go. They stop it and go. 1 minute you can, 1 minute you can't. 1 minute you can, 1 minute you can't. 1 minute you can, 1 minute you can't. Here's the problem with those type of guns. Rifle, no problem. Because they got hunting rifles that kind of look like an AK, but it's not able to be semi-automatic. It's not a military issue type gun. Military issue type guns, you just got to change the stock. If you're a knowledgeable person about guns, you can change the spring and the stock when you make that gun shoot semi-automatic if you want to. But you got to know what you're doing. Back in the day, in the early 90s, if you bought a gun enthusiast book, you used to could buy the kit to do it because it wasn't illegal to do so. And then Bill Clinton made it illegal to do so. That it wasn't, you could buy it. It's basically just a kit, or a person know what they're doing. They can turn that gun into semi-automatic. And then not only are they shooting like, because it go fast enough as it is. Like, for people that don't know, these guns that we're talking about, it's not like a pistol. Like, you can hear a pistol shoot, it's more like, bah, 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 bah. If a joker's shooting it fast, you know what I'm saying? Most of these high-power rifles shoot in burst. They're not semi-automatic. You know, semi-automatic, for people who don't know, let me explain it. Semi-automatic is like machine guns, like you've seen on movies and whatnot. It's more like boom, 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 boom. That's semi-automatic. But guns that shoot in burst shoot 2-3 bullets back to back, just for squeezing the trigger one time. It don't shoot semi-automatic, but it will be like boom, 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 boom. You know, you shooting that fast when you shoot. As quick as your finger can move, bullets coming out that son of a bitch. And some they coming out 2 at a time, 3 at a time, 1 at a time. It's just little bursts. It's just how quick you move your fingers, as quick as that son is going, because the clip going boom, 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 boom. So you're not shooting semi-automatic, don't get me wrong. But a person to know what they're doing with a quick finger and can aim fast, it's going to damn near sound like it. It's going to be like back to back. It's going to sound just like that. Now, why, I say again, would you need a gun with the capabilities of that? Why would you risk shooting a gun like that in a residential area, which you knowing that bullet travels 500 to 600 yards away from the time you fire it? You can't even shoot a gun like that in the residential area without hitting a bunch of other shit. It's impossible. It's impossible. That bullet is not going to stop where you shoot it. It's going to go through everything it hit. Engine block, car, a person, wall, brick. It's a high-powered rifle. There's no way you're supposed to be shooting it in a residential area. Yeah, it's some bad shit happening to you, but you trying to defend yourself. You done killed everybody on the other side of the wall. And you probably missed because you're a bad fucking shot. On top of all that.
Not everybody.
Huh?
Not everybody.
Not everybody, but the chances that, you know how fast a joker can take off and running, it's going to be hard for you to hit because they see you pulling this big son of a bitch out. Now you got to try to run and shoot with this big son of a bitch. That's what I'm telling you. It's just not that type of gun. It's not the type of gun to defend yourself because you can't move around with it and be accurate. It's just not.
Well, I know that for me, being a female, M16A1-2 works for me. It's lightweight. I can assemble it. I can disassemble. I can hit 36 out of 40 in a 3-inch radius, you know, from 300 feet away and up as close as 3 feet away. So, you know, it's not, but at the same time, even though I've had training using various weapons, I'm not walking around killing people. So I'm going to use the term criminally insane. Maybe that'll help the audience get a better idea of what I mean when I say something is wrong with somebody who plans to do something like that. You've got to be criminally insane. If I possessed any of those weapons, no one would never know. I don't plan on ever, if I possessed any of those weapons, showing them to anybody under any circumstances. Most people who possess those type of weapons are very level-headed and very cool with it. They would never take something like that to a football game. You would never see them buying bulk supplies of bullets.
I don't know about
that. You would never see it.
I know a couple of people like that. I know a Joker got barrels.
But at the same time, you never know who you messing with. You know, criminally insane is the term I'm going to use, because if I possessed any of those weapons, what I would be waiting for is something like a Civil War outbreak, or an instance where I had to protect my supplies, or an instance where, you know, and it keeps saying that this country cannot be invaded. I'm gonna have to disagree there without saying too much.
Nah.
It's other countries that have treaties just like we do. It wouldn't take very much. Pearl Harbor, we were lucky. I'm gonna just reflect on that. Pearl Harbor, we were lucky, and people. The thing is, be able to protect and defend. But when you have criminally insane people walking around with weapons, I don't care if it's a butcher knife, somebody's gonna get hurt. It can be a butcher knife, it can be a toothpick, it can be an AR. Somebody gonna get hurt if that person is criminally insane. Criminally insane people do not have good intentions. They come to do the same thing the devil here to do: steal, kill, and destroy. That's what needs to be kept in mind before talking about punishing everybody. So, and then my thing is, wherever he bought that from, with all the technology we got, there ought to be somebody with a good record of how often he purchased it.
I don't think he bought a lot.
They just oversee it.
I don't think he bought a lot. I think he just bought some. He just bought them at the same.
What I missed was the part about his letter having something to say about that guy.
About Trump.
I'm not
really, for those that don't know, what he actually said was he admired Trump for speaking out about, basically leaving out white people and all the discussions and things they're trying to do. But he don't admire Trump as a leader. He don't think Trump should be a leader, though. He did say that. But he do. He ain't that crazy. But he do. But he do. He did say him putting the white man out in front, saying that, y'all leaving us out type of stuff is what he spoke up on Trump about. Being a proud white man type of stuff. That's what he actually said. So it wasn't nothing like, well, it is something like that, because he got the same problem that Trump got. It definitely sounds related. His whole issue was immigrants. That's what he couldn't stand, and he was trying to stop. People coming to the country that he felt like should be in the country. That's what he tried to go kill. That was the issue. But we're going to take a commercial break right quick, people.
This country has a history of bringing people here that don't want to be here.
I mean, that's the whole idea of America, though. It's supposed to be a melting pot. That would be throwing me off when they be talking about they don't want to let certain people in. Like, dude, what the hell? We fuck the Constitution and the entire war that you fought against England to separate because you wanted it to be a melting pot. And now all of a sudden the gate is closed. That's it. Damn, really? Man. And that's what they don't understand. That's what they don't understand that bother me about their ideas of what I hear people say. I'm like, dude, that's what made America strong, was the fact that it was diverse. That's where the strength came from.
How was this ever a melting pot when people of color and mixed race have always been discriminated against and not counted as citizens?
I mean, that was supposed to be that's why I tell people I love the idea of America. That every man's supposed to be created equal, every man's supposed to be treated equal, and it's a melting pot of all these different diverse cultures in one place. You want to come to a place where you free, that you actually have a shot, that you didn't live up under, a certain rule, that you actually have a shot to get an education, build a business, that you can make yourself great and make your family great. The idea of America is what I love. And if we could just stick with the original idea, because the original idea is actually pretty goddamn good. Now, you got some bitch you always going to have, just like you just said, people that ain't going to do right. It's going to happen regardless. Somebody going to try to beat the system. Somebody that's going to try to use the system. Somebody that's going to try to use people, beat people, or discriminate against people. You're going to have it regardless. But the actual idea, I said, if you ever actually read, even though they was all white, well, no, they weren't all white. Actually, was some black folks here write the Constitution, but most people don't know. If you read it, to understand it.